You don't know what being confident is unless you know what being insecure looks like. I'm not putting in the reps that I need to find success. I saw an ad on Facebook, 90 days to make $10,000. That was $20,000 in debt. Spending money on ads, mentorships. I traveled to Australia to meet my mentor. I went to San Fran to meet my mentor. I didn't even tell my parents I invested money in this.
Why does it take so long for us to mature?
In my experience, I've never hit rock bottom. You don't know what being confident is unless you know what being insecure looks like. And you need to be self-aware of that. For me, that was probably when I was 23, 24, still in college. My circle was telling me, we don't mess with these guys. Let's say the dance community, right? Yeah. Break dancers versus hip hop people. We don't mess with the hip hop guys. Okay. We got our own circle here. Yeah. We're better than them.
All Asians though?
Most of them are Asian. Okay. Yeah, all Asians, right? We don't mess with them because we're better. Oh, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll follow that. Oh, we don't go out to parties. We don't do that. All right, okay, we don't do that. But then I realized, like, man, this is kind of lonely. Like, how am I gonna find a girlfriend? I'm going to school. I have this whole campus. I can play around. I didn't do that. I'm gonna wait for the right. I'm gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna have someone notice me. Then I realized that I believe the last year of college, I'm like, I want to make friends, but how do I do that? Right? And I started being self-aware. I'm like, man, I feel kind of lonely. I'm not getting where I want to be. I'm not putting in the reps that I need to find success, whether that's business, relationships, friendships. I'm not putting the work. I'm not putting the reps. I'm waiting for things. That's when the switch came on. I'm like, oh, okay.
A lot of Asian men struggle with this. Right. A lot of us has this mindset that it'll come.
It's just a timeline. We just have a timeline that's already set. You go to school, you got 4 years. 4 years and you're done. Okay, now you got 3 years to get your master's, and then you can start applying. That's gonna be another year. You get your job. You have this whole timeline waiting for you. You just gotta follow it.
Because you've been told.
You've been told that.
Parents,
timeline.
Parents,
society, surroundings. Yep.
Exactly.
So let's get some real advice now.
Yeah.
I can tell you how I broke out of it, but I want to hear from you, right? Because I think you're in the game. You're young. I think you can speak to a lot of my, Asian
Younger
brothers.
Yeah.
What got you out of that mindset? Because right? This is, hey guys, all Asian parents have done this to us. All Asian community structure has had us make this mindset, right? Told us what to do. Follow this structure. How did you break that mold?
I put myself in rock bottom. I put myself in a position where I'm like,
that's not easy to do either.
Oh, no.
Because another thing I wanted to preface what you said too, the reason why a lot of us doesn't hit rock bottom is because a lot of Asian families are well-to-do.
Yeah.
Well, it's 100% the truth, guys.
Back them up.
Right. And so they've given us a well-to-do, pretty relaxed lifestyle. And so we've never been put in that position to hit rock bottom.
Yeah, because our immigrant families they already hit rock bottom. They escaped, right? Vietnamese families, they escaped. They build a life for themselves, and then they're wealthy, and then they're like, hey, don't do what I did. I came here for you, and that's the social pressure that's put on kids. Yeah. Or vice versa. And because Bellevue or whoever I've been surrounding myself with, we're pretty decent, right? But some communities aren't, right? So there's differences, but the same.
There's always that kind of that safety net there.
It's comfort. Comfort. No one wants to leave that area of like, okay, do we take risks? Yeah. Do we leave our neighborhood? Do we get out of this gang life? It applies to every other circle. So to go back, how I broke that mold was my parents are pretty well off, right? And they support us, paid for school, everything. I'm like, okay, I just gotta follow their directions. I'll be good. Just do pharmacy. I almost failed college. I'm like, man, this is not for me, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, personal training, right? So I went through personal training, got my certificate. Actually, I'm gonna go back. I got influenced by my good friend to start a business. I'm like, what kind of business should I do? Oh, I want to do hair products. So I asked, my parents, can you invest in me $5,000 to do this business? This was in college. I'm like, I'm gonna start researching. I'm gonna do it. Got the product, wasn't that great. I'm like, damn. I just wasted $5,000.
But you tried.
I tried. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try doing something. Okay. After I graduated, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use my degree as a mouse pad. I'm not gonna use it. Yeah. I already looked at jobs like bioanthropology. You need experience to get a job. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. So let me do personal training. That's what I want to do. Okay. 24-hour fitness. Made the most sales in 3 months during the summertime. That's the hardest time. But I never got validated from my boss. So I saw an ad on Facebook about how to make money on online coaching. I'm like, oh, okay, this is gonna be easy. 90 days to make $5,000-$10,000. Got on a sales call with him. It was good. It's gonna be $6,000 to invest. I'm like, I don't have $6,000. Do I rather stay in 24-hour fitness as a personal trainer, making $20 an hour and slaving away trying to get clients and making money for the big man, or do I invest $6,000 and try this? So I charged my new credit card, Chase Sapphire, and that's how it started. And I started investing in myself, and I was like, now it's gonna be easy. It was not easy. This is more than just coaching. This is more than just building a fitness brand, fitness business. I had to learn how to make videos for myself, how to shoot content. I failed 3 times. I was coaching gamers, failed. I was helping ex-athletic dads to make a quick buck, failed because they saw me as an Asian guy with long hair. I'm like, this guy's a chick. What does he know about training and helping a dad? Nothing, failed. So what happened was I was $20,000 in debt as a 25-year-old. I'm like spending money on ads, mentorships. I traveled to Australia to meet my mentor. I went to San Fran to meet my mentor and try to pick his brain and figure out what do I need to do to improve to get here, right? So after that, $20,000, I had to quit. I'm like, I can't do this. This is too much money. I didn't even tell my parents I invested in money in this. So I had to work at a pho restaurant. Couldn't speak the language that well. I could only speak to my parents and my relatives on like a elder level. I couldn't speak to my peers. So I was there alone. Vietnamese, American, couldn't even speak. Couldn't even speak to my coworkers for a whole year. Barely anything. Pandemic hit. I did DoorDash. I did everything I could to make it out, to pay off my debt. And I did within a year. I got the confidence again to work with one of my colleagues that was in the fitness business, that was in the mentorship that I was doing. And he's like, I need someone to help me. So it was a skill set. I had to learn a skill set. And then from there, I stumbled upon, let me give coaching again. I'm actually gonna coach Asian American guys now, right? And that's how it all started.